I have a lot I could say about my life with Jesus, but I think it probably makes sense to just start with the earliest memory that I have. So I don't know how I came to know Jesus. His name was not a household name, nothing that we spoke about in my house, but I do remember being about 5 or 6 years old, and I asked my mom to draw a picture of Jesus for me, specifically Jesus on his cross, so that I could tape it up on my nightlight. And honestly, he has been a shining light for me ever since then, from that earliest memory, and I know that he's been holding my life together. So let's just flash forward from that time of youth till just a couple years ago, and at that time I decided to devote a whole year just specifically to studying his life and looking at his word and just really being engaged with what Jesus himself did. And I found this little book called The Poems of Jesus Christ, which specifically pulled those words out and just really poured myself over those words undistracted. And I found that something really awesome actually happened when I let Jesus dwell in me in that very specific way. Around that time, I had been planning a retreat and planning a series of classes that were coming up that I needed to teach. And there was just a lot of details and a lot of stuff to get ready and prepare, and I was very overwhelmed by the job. And so at that time, sure enough, someone that I didn't know, had never met, attacked me on Facebook, and she just said that what I was doing was ungodly. And that was very crushing for me. It was everything that I had been trying to do was out of devotion to Jesus and just to show my love for him. So because it was crushing, there was basically nothing for me to say. I just felt wordless. So there I was in silence, not knowing how to pray, not knowing how to formulate an apology if I needed to apologize to Jesus, basically just silent. In my silence, I just had this echo come from my heart, and it was these words: "Come to me, you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your soul. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." I felt tremendous relief and so much grace in those words. Psalm 23 verse 5 really captured the essence of what he had done for me. He had prepared a table in the presence of my enemy, and my cup overflowed. And I just feel like that's exactly what can happen when you let Christ dwell in you. He is so full of grace, and he just wants to help you and strengthen you in every way.